Are we live?
Bell.
Yes, we are live. All right.
Live. Bells ringing in the background.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Nicole Olson. I'm from the United States, and I will be sending healing energy to you today. We also have
Elsie from Taiwan.
Helen from the UK.
The clouds have rolled in. We were going to send from outside, but it looks like we're going to get rained on if we do that. So we have created a little altar inside, and we're just going to show you around the area. So go ahead and start to get comfy, maybe lay down, and just begin to open up to the energies that you are about to receive.
Do you want to do the Taiwanese?
因为现在开始就是要下雨了，所以我们等一下会在室内进行。那我们在室内有用一个小小的圣坛，然后也有放一些在这个花园里面的花朵，然后所以我们等一下会就是稍微看一下这边的花，那大家就是放松，想着自己想要被疗愈的地方。那我们等一下就会3个人一起去传送这个疗愈的能量给大家。
So lie down, get comfortable, and we'll take you on a garden walk, and then we'll retreat in by the fireside with the beautiful flowers and that we picked from around the gardens, the plant spirit medicine of these flowers, and also some from Newgrange, the beautiful space we visited today. So just a reminder with those energies of the places we've been today, and the connection that therefore is really present with the work we're all here doing today. So biggest thing is just to trust in this process and know that you can pull in, you're already pulling in whatever it is that you need today. The universe is already working to bring what you need to you right now. We are simply vehicles, so we're going to get right out of the way now and just switch this video around and let you start to immerse into your own space of healing. Be as comfortable as you can, be as open to receive as you can, and just let the energy work for the next hour. Really give in to that space for you. Just a reminder for those just joining, this is your time to get settled, to receive, be open to receiving the energies that are coming through from the ancient Neolithic sites we visited today, the frequency that is held within the flowers of the garden, and the energies that we've brought back and are still very deeply connected with. This is where we're staying tonight. You can hear the power in the elements today. As Nicole said, it's just about to open and pour with rain, which is very cleansing. This castle dates from 1492. No, 1420. Very interwoven in more recent historical events. How the frequencies, the space, the trees, flowers and plants start to wash over you and ground you into the experience that you're shortly to receive. Welcome to the fireside. We're beginning to send healing now. Take a couple of deep breaths. Begin to tune in to your inner landscape. Begin to sink into your space. And allow the energies to wash over you. Be open to receive.
You might wiggle those toes or those fingers, allowing the energy to really settle into the body. Nice big inhale, breathing it in. And full exhale. We thank you for joining us and receiving these beautiful energies.
As you gently come round and back into your body, just going to allow some time for integration of the energy you've received. Just tune into your body. See if you can sense any gentle shifts or changes. And as you do so, we are each going to share just a short bit of information that we found special or sacred to us when we visited the site at Newgrange today. And this may or may not resonate with some of the energy shifts that you've experienced or witnessed within yourself this evening.
Am I going first?
Yes.
Okay. So a major theme that has come up a lot here is a rebirthing, but in a sense of a more unified inner masculine and feminine energy for me. Reawakening and balancing those energies together, which would make sense. Weaving those together to become more unified and whole. Throughout this distant healing, I also saw a lot about inner union and having a healthy masculine and feminine to bring new things into your life. It felt very much like a birthing of new.
So it's felt like a very magical day today, and I've really enjoyed sitting into the energies of the site, and I had a very wonderful experience inside the womb energy. We were able to go and sit inside the centre of the Newgrange tomb, and all around the edge, really struck by was all of the carvings that they created, always the circles moving in an anti-clockwise direction, and always, 3, so representing birth, death and regeneration. So this is what that womb energy is very much about. That is so much the divine feminine aspect and the healing that's coming through. And of course, as we're balancing that energy and bringing that womb healing, and that's where it felt like tonight, the healing was manifesting and right down the whole left side of the body. And that's the same whether you are male or female in this representation, in this reality. That inner balance is so important, and we'll all be experiencing different versions of that. But the energy today, there were many, many energies helping us, and I felt that within that womb tomb, if you like, of New Haven, Brona Bray. There was a lot of interstellar and galactic support, which is a very, that energy feels like it's starting to make itself more and more powerfully known and resonating. And so that has been with us, particularly this evening again. The feeling that there is wisdom that is being brought to us from other spaces. And the card that I got was about wealth. So that's like the wealth of the experience. But Tulsi is a plant that's very transcendental, so it can take us to much higher states of consciousness. So there's an energy about this space that is taking us from our current physical reality, which is very dense and heavy, lots of chaos and eruptions on the planet of old dark energy. I saw that flying out, and then moving into a space of higher consciousness where we each are able to represent ourselves. And as we grow and move through changes within us, and understand our own frequencies and raise our sense of our own reality on the planet, we are also raising our frequency, and that will in turn help to raise the frequency of the planet and all those others around us, not in the least bit in a forced way, but in a very natural way of simply being in that frequency. So it's very, for me, it felt like a very powerful connection to our divinity and the forces that guide that for the higher good. And, you know, one thing we always trust with that no matter how that experience is for you, for me it comes through in that way, that interstellar way, and that's how I witness and see it. For you that may come through in a different way. So, you know, be open to whatever it is, the way that does come through for you.
OK，今天在整个 Newgrange 那边，然后我们其实有进到它这个有点像子宫造型的一个室内空间，所以我们就是会走进这个一个通道，很像走进母亲的子宫的通道里面。然后我们在那个空间里面的时候，它其实有把灯就是整个全部关掉，然后让我们单纯的就是在那个黑暗里面。因为它其实是在模拟我们在5000年前的这些人们，他们在冬至的那一天会在那边就是静静的等待太阳的升起，那太阳就会从这个走道直接就是射进整个空间里面，然后充满整个空间。然后我觉得这个体验就是非常的感动。然后在那个空间，包含刚刚在做灵气的传递的时候，都可以感觉到，有非常多的，不只是我们的祖先的能量，还有很多的花草植物、大自然界的 spirit 跟能量，以及很多星系的能量，昴宿星人啊，或是天狼星啊，这些整个星系的能量全部都在这里一起在支持我们跟祝福我们，以及在这个黑暗当中，就是在这个黑暗当中会感觉到很不知道方向。可是当你闭上眼睛，用内在的眼睛在观看的时候，就可以看见不一样的视野，然后真正的去感觉自己的内在，然后陪伴自己，陪伴那些不舒服的感受，然后慢慢的光就会照进来，在我们的心里面。然后我今天抽到的卡是这一张，是一个老鹰。那我觉得它其实也蛮符合，就是它在这个地球里面就是往上延伸，然后老鹰又有一个更高的视野。那它的主题是 revival， 所以就是也是一个新的诞生，新的新生，然后连接的整个地球跟星系的这个能量，我们就是作为这个桥梁。那这也是就是蛮符合今天所感受到的。那也 是送给大家的一个祝福。
Okay, thank you, Elsie. And I'm sure, like, again, so we can all three, can we all see all three of us there? That, yeah, that side. That we'll be able to, we're all going to come back online, so we're going to get Elsie to write a little translation of what she just said. So that we can understand it too, because that's just, it's beautiful to listen to, but it'd be really nice to get for everybody who watches this and who is watching it from the UK or USA
or Taiwan,
or to be able to understand the Taiwanese version too. Yeah. Because your contributions are incredibly valuable.
Thank you.
Yes. So those were the cards for today. Lots of transformation, and we are going to be joining you next. Our next stop is at the Callanish Stones up in Scotland on the Isle of Lewis. So that's a very, very special ancient site. I'm very, very excited about that one. That's like our midpoint on our journey.
所以我们明天会前往在苏格兰高地的一个很神圣的巨石阵，也是就是它是在这3场里面的中间这一场，所以它也是非常非常重要。这样。Okay.
Yeah. Anything to add, Nicole, before we finish for this evening?
So maybe when is our next distant healing?
Friday.
Okay, Friday at
6 p.m. GMT.
and noon Central Time Zone.
它会在台湾时间的礼拜6的凌晨1点。
And we feel like we chatted a lot about the timing of that. We felt like keeping it at the same time because we want to reach everybody that's watching and make it fair. And we thought a lot about shifting the time to do that. And then as we sat with it, we recognized that actually by being on the current trajectory, we hit each time zone in the right way. So for most on the call, it's going to be the 3rd, the 5th and the 7th, always at 6 p.m. And for those others of you on the Eastern time zone, it's going to be the 4th, the 6th and the 8th. And so it feels very energetically important to maintain those gaps, and that whilst we move from the 3rd, the 5th to the 7th being the 7-7 portal, where we open and allow a deep, deep, deep transformation, that will be for all of us, but that you guys out in the East are going to really help to carry that shift through. You are going to be the transporters that carry it across the zone into the 8 energy. And of course, beautifully, we will be sat in the 8 at the infinity of the Hill of Tara. Now, any of you that have had any private healings with us today, there's some of you who've been very connected with that already, and the infinity symbol takes us out of this current reality and helps us to connect to our highest truth and our work of all lifetimes. So it's a brilliant opportunity to bring down into this physical reality that feeling of timelessness and ability to transcend stuff that's maybe feels so heavy down here. So it's a beautiful way to connect, grow and bring that lightness to everything that we're moving through right now. So very excited to see you all at each of these parts of journey, and hopefully it can be live, but we understand that it may be difficult. It doesn't matter at all, because when you tune in, you receive. You finished my sentence perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
So should I translate?
Yes. Good idea.
我们其实就是有讨论一下第2场跟第3场的时间在什么时候比较好，因为在台湾就是凌晨1点有点尴尬，但是因为我们想要就是维持一样的时间点，可能会比较平衡一点。那比较有趣的是，就是因为在英国这边其实是7月3号、5号跟7号。然后在台湾的话，就是4号、6号跟8号，所以它其实某种程度来说，就是有一种互相平衡的感觉。那7月7号是一个很重要的 portal， 然后它同时也是在玛雅历，它是宇宙的黄太阳，就是一个开悟者。那它从7号到台湾这边是8号，是红龙，就是一个新的开始。所以其实它有点像是我们在做很多很多的整合，不只是阴性或是阳性的整合，也包含了东方跟西方不同的整合，或是我们自己的过去跟未来不同的整合。那在第3场，我们会在一个叫 Hill of Tara 的地方，它其实你从上面俯望的话，它就是一个无限的符号。那所以它也很代表，就是它也为这3场的疗愈做一个很好的结尾，然后也让我们在这一段旅程当中，我们所接受的疗愈去做一个整合。大概是吧。
Beautiful. Thank you. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. It sounded perfect. So we look forward to seeing you on Friday.
And thank you all for being
Thank you.
here.
Amazing.
And gratitude for working with all the energies.
谢谢。
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh yeah, and then what else then?
Whoops, did I do something wrong?
No, I just suddenly thought.